Alright. Gotta wait for all the cars. Of course, he's gonna pull into his parking spot. Anyways. Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. Mine's pretty decent. Enjoyable to get out of the house without any fussing kids awake. So that is always a wonderful thing. Alright, so let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Welcome and good morning to another edition of the Friday Morning Commute. This is your host, Rovin Doug. This week, we're going to hit the same high notes as usual. Xur, next upcoming event in Destiny, some things that Bungie talked about in the weekly update, and just general tangents, because it's fun. So, let's go ahead and start with Xur. It is week 23 of year 2, and he is selling for Titans the Taikonaut, which, if I remember correctly, is the helm that adds tracking to rockets. So, the fun Titan helmet. So if you don't have it, make sure you pick it up. We also have the Skyburner's Annex helmet for hunters. We have the claws of the Ahamkara for warlocks. And we have exotic helmet engram if these are not the helmets you are looking for, / you're a warlock this week, because I guess they just can't give everyone a helmet on the same week. But they did give us a helmet last week, so I'm not too upset. I did get my year 2 Obsidian mine, so I'm excited about that. Anyways, and then for us who are still trying to collect everything of year 1, we have the Legacy Exotic Gauntlet engrams. So remember, the exotic engrams that are in the Legacies are weighted towards year 1 and year 1 alone. Don't get this in hopes for a year 2 gauntlet. It's not going to happen. Now, with that being said, the next upcoming event in Destiny is Iron Banner. It will start Tuesday the 23rd and run through the end of the month. So, till reset Tuesday the 1st. It's going to be Clash. So, run around, kill people. That's all you have to do. It's going to be a fun one. If you didn't like Rift, which was hit or miss, surprisingly. I kind of thought it would be hit or miss, in the sense that running solo might have been very annoying. However, it wasn't as bad as I think a lot of people were making it out to be. I personally was not able to really play Iron Banner. I barely got enough time to play my 7 Crimson Double matches on my Xbox 360. Didn't happen on the PS4. But with it being Clash, people are going to run it, people are going to enjoy it. It should be less salt, and we may be lucky enough to see quality or connection-based matchmaking kind of sneak back into the Iron Banner, or more improvements sneak into Iron Banners, which would make this a very, very enjoyable Iron Banner for most people. I believe, but don't always quote me as being accurate and correct. I read the weekly update. I may not always regurgitate the weekly update correctly. So, as always, go check out This Week at Bungie at bungie.net for a straight from the source retelling of what all is going on at Bungie. And we'll go ahead and transition to that, because I'm really excited about some of the effort that you can see being put forth by Bungie in this week at Bungie. It's hard as a community, especially as active a community as the Destiny community, to open and pick and open the brains of the software developer. So, as a community, we're extremely lucky that Bungie is as open as they are. True, like every company, they have to keep their secrets, and they do their best to be as transparent as they can except in the cases where they believe that a little bit of secrecy for a short period of time is more beneficial. Case in point, the skill-based matchmaking that went live with The Taken King. However, I understand why they did it. I know everyone still doesn't agree with it. But anyways. So the effort I'm seeing being put forth by Bungie gives me a kind of an increased hope. So let's think back to last week whenever they gave us the roadmap. And they were like, hey, we have Crimson Days. Then we're going to have a spring content release. Then we're going to have a fall major content release. Then we're going to have Destiny 2 sometime in 2017. A lot of people are like, that's not the roadmap we had hoped for. And it's understandable. We want dates. Dates give us a deadline. Deadlines mean that there's stuff almost done, or we can hold them accountable for not delivering on time. Whereas the current ambiguous roadmap, spring could be either the start of the second quarter or the end of the second quarter. See what I mean? So, I mean, we could, in theory, not have anything until June, which for a lot of us is summer, but it's really the end of the spring quarter. Yeah, June. Now, for the fall release, again, that could be anywhere from August to October. I'd see it more in September, but that's only because of previous experience with game launches from Bungie in regards to this franchise. And this year, I think, is an indication that we shouldn't quite expect the same roadmap. Now, with that being said, a general idea is better than nothing. And it at least gives us an idea that we are going to get Destiny 2. However, we're not going to get it this year, as some of us had kind of hoped for. But let me put it this way. If I would rather take another episode of Vanilla Destiny where they released Destiny half finished and give us the last 35% of content as two $20 downloads, or wait a year, I'll wait a year. Because I want to be able to play a base game in Destiny 2 that rivals what's been done in years 1 and 2 and potentially 3. Because even though we're going to get this content release in the fall, there's going to need to be more content that's given to us between the fall content release and Destiny 2, unless they're going to have a spring Destiny 2 release, which would be really interesting, because then it would swap our year indicators. We could have an abbreviated year 3, which would make it very interesting. In any case, Bungie piqued my interest. I'm going to be sticking around. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on the Destiny community and playing Destiny. I still haven't done Kingsfall, so that's one of the things, is there's still plenty of content for people to get in and experience Destiny and to get into the community and to play this game without being burnt out. The problem is we have tons of legacy players who've been playing since day one, year one, and are burnt out. They've done Iron Banner a million times. Or not a million times, but a million matches, They've done the raids countless times. They've gotten to 319. Or 318. or 317 and are only playing because they have invested so much time in it. They're disenchanted with what Destiny is currently, and I don't blame them, not at all. I'll be honest, at this point, if any of the content releases kind of go sour, it's going to disenchant a lot more people. And Destiny is not going to have the same fan base for Destiny 2 as it would have if we get really stellar content expansions until Destiny 2. Now, am I saying that Bungie's going to kill their chances at a successful Destiny 2 launch? No. There's, I would say, enough of the player fan base, even of the ones who are disenchanted and kind of wandering away from Destiny to play different games, that will come back as soon as Destiny 2 is launched in order to see if Bungie has learned from their mistakes. The only issue with these players walking away from Destiny 1 and the expansion is it's going to target the players, I think, on the legacy consoles greater. It's going to affect us greater than it would those on current gen consoles. Because what's going to happen is people are going to be like, oh, this new game's coming out on Xbox One or PlayStation 4. Oh, I don't have enough money to buy it. Oh, let me trade in my Xbox 360 console and Destiny and la-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then, because they're no longer interested in Destiny 1 as is, they don't even worry about picking it up on the next-gen console to continue where their characters are. At least not until they have a reason to be pulled back in. And to be honest, thankfully Destiny is down to the point where you can get the game and the expansions for $40 to $60. But it's still kind of disheartening to be at this point of, well, what's the next biggest thing that keeps us entertained? All in all, Bungie has some work to do. However, I think they can do it, and I'm looking forward to them blowing everyone out of the water. In other news, I hope you guys enjoy these episodes of the Friday Morning Commute. Feel free to send me a tweet or a message on YouTube, comment on YouTube, about things that you might want to see on the show. I just am currently doing Destiny. I will probably have a Monday morning update from the Division beta because I'll be playing that, but I may not upload it to YouTube. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. In any case, thanks for stopping by. Thanks again for joining us on the Friday Morning Commute. This is your host, Rovin Doug, signing out. Feel free to catch up with us on YouTube. You should be able to search under Rovin Doug and see us there. Or if you're already on YouTube, feel free to give us a subscribe in order to see future Friday Morning Commute videos. You can also find us on Twitter and Periscope using the username RovinDoug. And then you can also find me on Twitch under the same username, RovinDoug, and watch as I play video games for the enjoyment of others. It's a lot of fun. I plan on playing the Division beta this weekend, so you should check it out. Anyway, guys, I will see you Starside Guardians. Goodbye.